Good evening, my fellow citizens.
Welcome to Tuesdays Live. Mark Landowski here. I know you've never seen me looking this great before, but that's because you've never seen me before. I've always been on radio, and it's Twitter Tuesday Live. That's who you know me from. Former owner of Unified Radio, along with my co-owner, Carol Reardon, who is unfortunately not a part of the show, but she is behind the scenes working, and I am here now, and I am thankful to be back on the air with you guys, and we are going to have such a great time on this show. It's the same thing as Twitter Tuesday Live, except we're on video.
Good evening, my fellow
It's going to be weekly, and all of our guests are going to be on video. And I got myself a new co-host, though, and he's also producer, and he's the guy behind the scenes running all the cameras and all the music and everything you hear. And I'm going to waste no time. I'm going to bring him into the mix. Let me introduce to you Mr. Rich Wildman. What's going on, Rich?
Hey, Mark. How you doing?
Hey, it's another beautiful day in South Florida as we get ready to welcome in Hurricane Irma.
You know, I have to say that I am very happy to be a Midwestern resident right now, and I'm concerned. I'm genuinely concerned for you guys.
I am genuinely concerned. Genuinely, look at that. I can't even say the word. Concerned for us. We still a few days out before we know anything, but we are prepared. We got food. We got water. I have a generator. I got lots of gas, and I'm talking about the gas for the car, not what I eat for dinner. We're going to deal with it. We're going to roll with the punches. And then next week, of course, is the live premiere with David Starr and John Oates. And if I got to run the show off of the generator, I certainly will. It'll be good. It's going to be fun no matter what we do. And you know what? I might even, go and whisper in Irma's ear and say, hey, go take a visit over to Rich Wildman up there in Illinois.
Yeah. You know that's not going to happen. We don't get quite so lucky as that. We might get a little rain, but anything else, it's just not going to happen the way you think it might.
No, rain. I don't know. I thought it was all tumbleweed out by you.
Oh no. We don't have tumbleweeds. That kind of little bit west. No, the thing everybody who might be watching this is wondering is what the heck are we doing? Who the heck are we? What the heck is Tuesdays Live?
Yes. Well, first of all, let me say that what you're looking at right now is a test live run through of the show. Yes, we are live. Doing this right now. This is not pre-recorded. Although if you watch it later on YouTube, yes, it will be pre-recorded. But at the moment, as I'm speaking to you, this moment on Tuesday night, 7:04 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, it is a live broadcast, and it's just a test. We want to see how things are working out. We want to make sure everything's, copacetic, the video's working, the audio's working, and Rich doesn't trip over his feet. And what?
So far, we've only had one little mishap, and that's when the intro music goes on and when you come in. I don't hear you, but I fixed that, and I know what the problem is, okay. I can. Everybody else heard you, but I didn't.
Well, that's a good thing. You don't need to hear me all the time. You probably hear me too much anyway, as it is.
Well, I wasn't going to say anything.
No comment. Okay.
I wasn't going to say anything. I'm going to be nice. But the fact of the matter is, you've done shows like this before, Mark. So why don't you explain a little bit about that and what this show is actually based on? Is the show you did previously?
That is correct. Yeah, Twitter Tuesday Live. It was an award-winning show. I've got the award back there somewhere. I'll show it to you next time. It's on the shelf over here. And Carol has a copy of it. It's actually a forged copy. Don't tell anybody. But I've got the real one, gold plated and all. And it was a great show. We had about a 3-year run on the show, and we featured a guest every week. It was live, it was unscripted, much like what we're going to do here. It wasn't your typical interview show. It was more of a conversation, let you get to know the artist more, their personality. Certainly, we played their music. Certainly, we asked them all the questions everybody has to know. But we want it to be a more fun, interactive show, and we like to interact with you guys as well. And the way to do that is to get on Twitter and mention us. We are using the same Twitter handle as we did before. There it is, right there on the screen. Wait, there. Oh, it's gone. Well, it was there. Thanks. Rich is playing tricks on me. It's All Indie, ALLINDIE. All you need to do is give us a mention on Twitter. We'll give you a shout out on the air, and you can even ask guests questions using the Twitter handle as well.
And we also are not just limiting ourselves to music, but we also are bringing in actors, authors, comedians. If you're involved in indie, if you can put indie in front of whatever it is that you're doing, basically you need to apply over at tuesdayslive.com, and we'll go over the application and get you on the show, hopefully.
Yeah, that's right. Actually, Carol, y'all remember her, and I mentioned her a couple times already. She is the one working behind the scenes now, and she's going through the applicants and getting their website information, sending it to us so we can screen them and get them scheduled. And yeah, we actually already have, I believe, a comedian scheduled coming up in a few weeks. And we have an author coming on next week. That's John Oates. He is not just a great singer-songwriter. He's an author. He has a biography out. So he's going to be on with David Starr next week. And it's, like Rich said, if you can put independent or indie in front of whatever you do, you're welcome to join us on the show.
Now, we're not talking about politicians, though. I just want to stress that.
Oh, gosh.
So,
no,
if you're an
no,
independent
no.
senator, forget about it.
No,
yeah.
no politicians. Sorry, nothing against you personally, just as a politician.
I do.
Yeah, okay.
It's just me.
It is.
Yeah.
Rich is very sensitive about these things.
I am. I need a coloring book and a comfort dog to kind of relax me, de-stress me, you know?
Yeah.
I'll actually
I
go
hear
to
you.
the shooting range later and everything will be fine.
Yes. Wait a minute. I didn't know you'd go to the shooting range. You live on a big lake. Why don't you just shoot ducks?
Because ducks are nice. Ducks don't bother me. It's people. No, I'm just kidding. All right.
Why don't?
Go ahead.
Sorry. No, I was going to say, why don't you tell?
We're just going to tell everybody a little bit about what's going on and what to expect, because as you see, we have control over the cameras no matter where anybody's at in the world. That we can zoom in on Mark and get a close-up of him, close-up of me, and our guests when they're on the show. I wanted to give them a little bit of technical background about what's going on, where we can have everybody up at the same time. And if we had a guest today, we'd be able to bring them in to join us as well, right up here in this screen.
Yeah,
but
Mr. Black over there.
Yeah, but we don't. So kind of the way it goes. Yeah, you were saying, Mark.
I was just going to say, I've talked a little bit about myself, but you also have some experience in this industry as well. And I think that you should give a little background of Mr. Rich Wildman.
Well, that's fine. I can do that. I've been a broadcaster for over 20 years and been online broadcasting since the late 90s, mid 90s, I guess, somewhere around there. And run a number of online radio stations as well as what Mark has, and was also the host of Music Scene Investigation. We did that for about 5 years, had a great time doing that, met a lot of great indie artists from around the world. And when Mark approached me about this particular project, I thought, hey, this is going to be great. And what better way to carry on showcasing indie artists, regardless of where they're at and what they do, than a show like Tuesdays Live. I think it's a great idea.
Yeah. It's a great idea. People might be wondering, by the way, why we're called it Tuesdays Live instead of Twitter Tuesdays Live, which is what we had before. Frankly, I'll be honest with you, the reason why we decided to change the name was because we want folks to associate Twitter Tuesday Live with Carol and me. Carol felt that she wanted that as well. So out of respect
Carol would
for that,
beat the crap out of you, basically.
Fine, I didn't want to say that on the air, but yes, Carol would beat the crap out of me. She's has this, she lives in Australia, but she has this beat the crap out of Mark fund that she saves money so that she can hop on an airplane at any time she feels ready.
GoFundMe.com/beat the crap out of Mark.
That's right.
Carol, if you haven't started that fund yet, start it right now because I'm sure people want to donate.
That's right. Well, I'll tell you what, why don't we take a little break and play a tune? You got a tune ready to go there, Rich?
I do.
All right. You want to tell folks what we're going to be listening to, or should they just be surprised?
I think they'll be surprised because
I will too.
These tunes we're going to take a listen to today are all tunes from many years ago. These tunes are actually fairly old, but they're all very good from independent artists that I'm very familiar with. Mark may not be, so he may be hearing these for the first time as well. But anyway, we'll let you hear this first one. In fact, if you want me to introduce it, I can. The first tune is called Unto the Stars. It's a very cool track. It's kind of I don't want to say it's an electronic track. It's kind of like a rock classical kind of mix to it. It's actually a cool tune. So anyway, we'll take a listen to it.
It's the most important lesson ever taught by history that whatever we do and wherever we go, we must let ourselves be guided by human hearts and never by the cold rationality of the machines we created.
Guidance alert, the guidance system now going internal. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8. Ignition sequence start. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Liftoff.
And
right.
we're back.
We're back.
Yeah, thanks, Dandy Music Bus, for that, by the way.
Yeah. Yes, Walt. He's the man.
He really is.
Course, he is. He is actually. He was jumping. He jumped on the Indie Music Bus, and he became our first patron for Tuesdays Live. And as such, he gets to have that lovely promotional video there for us. And thanks, Walt. Appreciate that very much.
Yeah, he's the guy. All right, what do you want to do now, Mark? What do you want to talk about? Or you want to hear some more music?
Well, I don't know. It depends. What do we have lined up next?
I've got great music. Come on, I've got good taste.
Okay.
I really do. This is a track called you just don't like my music. It's called We
It's
Fall.
not your music.
No, it's not my music. It's my selection. It's called We Fall Again. This is a track by a group that lives in California. It's a husband and wife team, by the way. Very cool, very awesome. And their music is kind of eclectic. Again, this is more of a, it's not really rock, but it is rock. It's not really club music, but it is club music. It's not really electronic music, but it is. Kind of a mismatch of everything. It's a group called SPQR. You know where that's from, don't you, Mark?
SPQR? Speaker?
Yep. No.
Sepulchre? Oh.
The Romans.
Yeah. Yes. The Romans. Yeah. Okay.
The Romans. Anyway. We Fall Again by SPQR. This is Tuesdays Live. And there it comes back to us, and we are back. Cool. I was told that after the last song, you weren't able to hear us for a little bit, and we apologize for that. I want to repeat what I said then and tell you about how artists needs support. And that's one of the reasons why we're doing this show, is to help support independent artists, regardless of whether they're music artists, whether they're authors, actors, comedians. Again, if you can put indie in front of it, we want to support you. And we certainly hope that everybody watching will support us here at Tuesdays Live as well. And you can do that very easily by supporting us on Patreon. You can go to patreon.com/TuesdaysLive and support us there by making a donation. It's a monthly reoccurring kind of donation, and we'd really appreciate any support that you can provide to us.
And just so they know, you can become a patron for as little as just $2 a month.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So, we're not, looking for tons of money to come in, from a single, although that would be nice, wouldn't it? If some billionaire was out there, watching us saying, I like those guys.
Mark Zuckerberg.
Yeah.
You know who I'm talking to, Mark. I'm just saying. Bill Gates.
Thank you for not mentioning, never mind. Anyway.
Elon Musk.
Yeah, that's it. Saying. That's exactly what I was thinking. Yes. Yeah.
Any of those guys would be fine.
Anybody, yes. But anyway, $2 a month. That's all it takes to become a patron. You'll get exclusive access to our Patreon only webpage at our website. We are going to have a patron only chat. Absolutely. Is that correct? Yeah, we are going to have a patron only
We've
chat.
already got that up and running, as a matter of fact. And we'll have additional patron only content there as well, potentially interviews with artists from behind the scenes that you don't see on the air, those kinds of things.
Right. And you'll have access to exclusive downloads of some tunes from our artists or videos. Of course, that's all pending their approval. But for example, next week, David Starr's on the show. He's already agreed to let us put some of his tunes up there, and you'll be able to download them for free by being a patron.
So call the number you see at the bottom of your screen right now and tell the person on the phone that you too want to become a patron of your local public.
But wait, there's more.
It feels like a public broadcast telethon, doesn't
it? Yes, when you become a patron, we'll send you 2 songs for the price of 1.
Exactly. And you can also get the Super Ninja cutting knife as well. All right. I don't know where we went off the rails at, but
this is part of this. Hey, this is exactly what Twitter Tuesday Live was like. We went off the rails.
A lot. And Carol kind of snorted every once in a while, too.
Yes. Yeah. So, well, you don't snort, unfortunately.
We should get a recording of that and play that every once in a while.
We should.
Just randomly throw it in.
Every once in a while, play Carol's voice or some weird thing she said and have her snort. That's a good idea. Awesome. I like that.
We could bring back some of the questions she did from the Desert Island thing and just throw those in there.
That's right. Oh, hey, are we going to have our own question? Or we're going to do a rapid fire round, aren't we?
We're going to have rapid fire questions. Yeah.
Yes, rapid fire questions that the
Ginger or Marianne.
Yeah, I was just asked that question a couple of days ago.
And your answer was?
That same one. I chose Ginger.
I would have chosen Marianne.
Yeah, everybody else chose Marianne.
Yeah.
I don't know. Marianne was hot too, but Ginger was the movie star. She had all the money.
She was too tall for me. You're a tall guy. I'm not.
Well, I never stood next to Ginger. I didn't realize she was that tall. Or maybe Marianne was just short.
Yes to both there.
Okay.
Yeah. She was tall and the other one was short. And of course, all the young people watching this show have no idea who we're talking about. Ask your parents about Gilligan's Island. You'll know.
The movie star.
Exactly.
Yeah, well, I figure if I'm going to marry a woman for her looks, it may as well be someone with money. So why not make it the actress?
If you're going to marry someone for money, marry Thurston Howell III, for crying out loud.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, seriously, if you're talking money.
Yeah.
You'd think some guy with that much money would have had somebody looking for him after a short period of time of him missing.
I know, right?
I mean, you know, what kind of millionaire is he if nobody cares? Am I right?
That's a good point. And I think we should write to the writers and say, what were you thinking?
Well, they're probably all dead now.
Yeah, that's probably true.
You know. All right.
Anyway, Gilligan's Island. Next subject.
Next subject. Why don't we go to a song? We'll get a third song out of the way. I know we were wanting to do a full hour show. This is not going to be a full hour show. But the fact of the matter is, this is a good test for us because it allows us to fix any little gotchas that we've experienced. And we have experienced a couple of them during the show so far. And we'll get those fixed. Secondarily, it also gives us the opportunity to hear from you. If you have any feedback for us on what you've seen so far, if you don't like the colors, whatever, let us know on Twitter. @AllIndie is where you can reach us at. And we'll take that into consideration. It may come back totally changed. Who knows? At least we'll be working properly. You know, there's no doubt about that.
I have a complaint about your shirt.
What's wrong with my shirt?
No, I'm just kidding.
It kind of matches the middle area over here.
It does, yes. Yeah, that part. Well, I'm always pointing the wrong direction. You know, I'm in reverse on this video on the screen here. So.
Well, that's so the writing on your shirt, everybody can read it.
Oh.
If we mirrored it, they wouldn't be able to read it.
That's true. That's true.
All right. One more song we want to get to. This is a song by a gentleman he calls his group Wolf's Bane.
Sounds like rock.
It's rock. It's rock.
Cool.
The song is called Bad Man.
My theme song.
One of my favorite tunes. I got to tell you, good stuff.
Oh.
Here it is, Wolf's Bane's Bad Man.
Well, you're a bad man, and you're knocking them down. Maniacal smile like a pose of the clown. And when you come home to your wife and your kid, they cower in the kitchen cause they don't know what they did. The food was too cold, your son was out of line. Couldn't get medieval cause it's clobbery time. Well, you son of a bitch, what did they do to you?
You know I wanna kick your ass, that's what I wanna do.
I know your little secret and I promise not to tell you. No, it doesn't really matter cause your life's a living hell. And if you think for just a moment you know the truth real well, that you're a bad man, a bad man. Now you're a tough guy with a real pretty wife. Think you got it all in the simple life. You know it ain't true, it ain't nothing like that. Walking around with sunglasses and a big brim hat to hide the bruises that you put on her face. Man, I'm gonna make you a charity case, cause you don't hit a lady and you don't hit a kid.
You son of a bitch, you know just what you did.
I know your little secrets and I promise not to tell you. No, it doesn't really matter cause your life's a living hell. And if you think for just a moment you know the truth real well, that you're a bad man, a bad man. to tell you, no, it doesn't really matter, cause your life's a living hell. And if you think for just a moment, you know the truth real well, that you're a bad man, a bad man.
Wolfsbane, what was the name? Badman.
Badman.
Yes. Yes. So full disclosure, Rich chose the songs today, folks. So if you didn't like any of them, it's at Rich Wildman.
What's not to like?
Gee, I don't know.
I mean, come on. I think that's a great tune.
Oh, gosh. I would like to take this opportunity to give a shout out to my daughter. Maya's watching somewhere. She's watching this live stream, this test. And we found out today that, she's in band in middle school, and found out today she's going to be playing clarinet. Thank goodness it's clarinet and not trombone, because that was her second choice.
Could have been the drums.
It could have been, but actually I would have been okay with that. But can you imagine, you've met Maya.
Yeah.
Remember how little she is, how skinny and tiny? Can you imagine that little girl holding a big trombone?
Or tuba?
Oh, yeah, tuba, yeah. Yeah. The advantage to playing the tuba, though, is that you don't have to take the tuba home. You only have to take home the mouthpiece. So that's what she'd have to carry home from band.
That's a lot lighter, yeah.
Yes. But she'd be lost behind that tuba playing that thing. There's somebody playing that thing? Us playing itself.
That would have been cool, though.
Yes. Cool. Would have been cool. But I'm very proud of her for wanting to be in band. I hope she really gets into music and practices every day and becomes great at it. I wanted one of my kids to become interested in music, and I think she's finally there.
Cool. That's good.
Yes.
Clarinet's a good instrument, too.
It is. And any indie bands out there that are looking for a great clarinetist, get in touch with me in about 5 or 6 years.
There you go. Here's my shout out. Bosco and Peck.
Yeah. Yes, I was actually texting with Paul earlier today, Paul Bosco, and he is on a plane right now on the way to London. He said he was going to try to help us out originally tonight to be the test guest, but he had to hop a plane to London.
Well, now you know what happened to our guest, everybody. He's on a plane to London.
There it is. Yes. Yeah. Although, if he was on Virgin Atlantic, they have Wi-Fi on the aircraft. He could have joined us in the plane.
He could have. Would have cost him an arm and a leg, but still.
That's all right. He's got 2 of them. He can spare them.
All right, that makes sense.
Yes.
Well, I tell you what, thanks to you and thanks to everybody who watched. Again, we found some technical issues that I have to take care of because that's kind of what I do. And we were able to make sure that everything is working, which it appears to be from a streaming perspective. I think we've got everything working exactly the way it's supposed to. So I'm pretty happy about that.
Yeah, I think this is going to be great. We'll see how this thing looks on YouTube when all's said and done. If you missed the live version, I don't know why I'm saying this, because you're not going to see me say this until you actually go and watch the recorded version. But you'll be able to watch the videos over again if you missed any part of it by going to our YouTube channel. What's that?
We'll archive everything we do.
Yes,
and
we're gonna.
you'll
Yes.
be able to check it out either on YouTube, or you can you'll be able to go to our site, tuesdayslive.com, and
Yep.
check it out there. We'll make sure the archive is available there as well. And
Absolutely.
remember, you can support Tuesdays Live over on Patreon. Just go to patreon.com/tuesdayslive, and you should be able to find it.
We would be really appreciative of that. It's going to help us keep the show going, make improvements, make upgrades to the video, to the studios, to whatever. I mean, we just want to make this show as great as
It'll
possible
also
so that
help
we can
us
help support.
to better support those people who appear on the show with us too, because
That's what I was getting to.
okay, I'm sorry, I jumped the gun on that. But there's nothing better than being able to appear on a show and also get a little something, something, if you know what I mean. And we'd like to be able to do that, but we need everybody's support to make that happen.
Where's your tin cup collection cup?
It's at
Or is that the Bosco?
patreon.com/tuesdayslive. And as Walter is so wont to say over at the Indie Music Bus, a cup of coffee is 5 times more expensive than supporting an indie artist by purchasing their music, or indeed a show like this.
That's right. Cool. In the meantime, we hope that you'll tune in on Tuesday, September 12th at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, when we have our first guests, our first real show, and our first guest, David Starr, country singer out of Cedar Ridge, Colorado, will be joining us, along with the man who produced his album and who is an author, has his own biography out right now. You know him from the band Hall & Oates. John Oates is going to be on our show next week. How exciting is that?
Very exciting. Very exciting.
Yes.
I'm looking forward to talking with both of them. I've listened to Dave's music, and wow, good stuff.
Yes, absolutely. If you haven't already, if you have questions for John or David next week, and make sure you go download John's book also and read it. It's really a good read. I enjoyed it. I'm only halfway through. I got to finish it by next week. So, are we done here for now, Rich? Are we moving on?
I think we are. We're finished here for now. Coming up next on most of your PBS stations, Upstairs, Downstairs. Tonight, the maid gets in a little trouble. I have to figure out what's going on there. But yeah,
is this
it's going to
the
be
R
cool.
version of that show?
Pardon?
Is this the mature R version of that show?
It's
the maid gets in trouble.
The regular PBS special kind of thing.
Oh, okay.
They don't edit shows on PBS.
They don't, huh?
No.
All right. Okay.
All right.
Anyway, thank you, Rich, for doing this tonight. And you worked hard and you did a great job. And we will see you, everybody out there, next week. Don't forget to tweet us at AllIndie and go to our website, tuesdayslive.com. You can also check us out on Facebook. As much as Rich hates to admit it, we are on Facebook as well.
Zuckerberg. Yeah, I'm not on Facebook. Don't do it.
No, I am, though.
Don't Mark Zuckerberg, Mr. Zuckerberg. Please don't let that dissuade you from supporting us, because if you do, hey, if we can get Mark Zuckerberg to join us and support us on the show, I will sign up for Facebook.
Oh,
but
man.
It won't happen unless he does.
All right, cool. $2 a month there, Mark. That's all it takes.
That's nothing to him.
I know. A penny, or not even a penny. All right, that's it. We're out of here, folks. Say goodbye, Rich.
Goodbye, Mark. Goodbye, Rich.
All
goodbye,
right.
Everybody.
All right. Bye, Carol.
Yeah, goodbye, Carol.
Good evening, my fellow citizens.